I want to compare our reality to dreaming, the dreaming mind. I'm not saying one is the other. What I am saying is that there's a parallel between the two. When you're sleeping, you have this centric point of perception in your dreams. You have an identity, you have a point, I call it a player point of focus. So your player point of focus is perceiving everything around you as separate from you. But what's so strange is that everything that you're experiencing in the dream as separate was conjured up by your mind. You're just not perceiving yourself as your mind. You've got this player point of focus. So you don't have the focus of you being the wall or the floor you're standing on or the person that you're interacting with in the dream. You only have this one centered focus, and you completely in fact, you're not even aware that it's your mind. And I find an interesting parallel between what's going on here and what's happening with when you dream. Because we all have this player point of focus. But one of my experiences a long time ago changed the way that I see everything, both physically and, of course, mentally, emotionally, conceptually. I understood that I was just a point of light, not through concept, not through someone telling me, not through a book I read. It was an experience I had where I wasn't in my body anymore. And what I saw were points of light everywhere, and I recognized myself as this point of light. Moving at the speed of light, this place was a hologram. It was not material at all. There was nothing solid to it. I no longer had the player point of focus that I have when I'm in my body. When I identified myself as the light, which was immediate, even though there were all these different points of light all in communication with each other, they were in perfect communion. Each point of light was in communication with every other point of light all at once. That would be like me knowing what every person on the face of the earth was thinking and feeling, and them knowing what I was thinking and feeling at all points in time, but also knowing what with each other all at once. Like they were able to they were in perfect communion. I'm getting lost in my words here. Perfect communion. And then with this player point of focus, it's just separate. And I draw an instant a similarity between the dreaming mind and what I'm experiencing right now. So my experience right now is from that player point of focus that I have when I'm dreaming. And the parallel is that I identified myself with the entire mind instead of the individual piece, an individual perception where I had an identity and everything was separate. And just for a moment, I was pulled out of that. And I saw the mind, and that I was just, you hear it sounds cliche, I'm one with it. Well, I was just the light. And I could see the light running through everyone and everything. My mom was in the kitchen washing dishes. I'm my mom. I'm the wall. I'm in everything, and I'm in between everything. I'm moving through everything. It was just a hologram to me. It's interesting to look at this life and just try to remember that I've got a player point of focus right now, that I'm dreaming. You know, I'm using that as a parallel, as a metaphor. I don't know the reality. I don't have the answers. But I do have the experience. And I do know that from a different perception, from a different perspective, when I identified myself as the mind, and of course I didn't have a body for a moment, I was just light, a point of light, moving through everything. So as far as concepts go, I would say right now, yeah, I'm aware that I'm sleeping. I'm aware that I'm part of my mind. People would call it the universe or God or creation. Lots of different concepts. None of them are known when they're translated into words. When it becomes a symbol, it becomes meaningless. But you get what I'm trying to say. And the best I can do while I'm here is unravel it. That's all I want to do, is find the truth. What's the reality? And I don't mean truth as far as what people are saying. I don't care. I just want to know what the reality is. And the reality is very, very quiet. And there's no words or accumulated meanings or associations to divide myself from everything around me. In a dreaming mind, we just kind of forget that we're the mind and everything in it that it's created. And what I saw when I was a point of light is pretty much the same idea. The perception had changed to understanding that I was a mind. There was no player point of perception. It was just the mind.